All of a sudden we were told the next guest is on her way. It's Jennifer Lopez. You guys need to clear the room. Everybody needs, and suddenly there was an instant panic.
And then at the end of it, she's just like, don't touch me. And I was like, I didn't even touch her.
I did not love delivering coffee to
I want you to call Derek. We need him for like 1 or 2 days.
It's a wedding, babe. He's in a wedding.
I want you to call him.
I like taking my hair out like this. It reminds me like when I was 16 in the Bronx, running up and down the block.
Both attended an all-girls Catholic high school in an Irish and Italian neighborhood, so you weren't running up and down the block. You know damn well you were sitting next to Megan Farley and Christine Marchetti in class.
So it's not unusual that, when you break up with somebody, you want to go for a bit of an image refresh. But J.Lo took Ben Affleck's recent glow up personally, and once you know why, you're gonna see why. So he's been spotted out and about with a noticeably darker hair situation and beard situation. So a lot of folks are like, oh, he dyed his grays following the whole breakup. He's also been looking a little more buff, a little more put together instead of his usual Duncan paparazzi photos. But here's the thing, his makeover offended J.Lo. Why? Well, according to sources, she's infuriated that he's only looking after himself now that she isn't around to reap the benefits. According to that insider, Ben is suddenly going out of his way to pamper himself and look his absolute best. He's dyeing his hair, he's getting manicures and pedicures, he's getting waxed from head to toe, he's even getting hair plugs, and he's seeing a dermatologist for skin treatments to turn back the clock. So J.Lo is seeing red because these are all things she wanted him to do when they were together and he refused. Like, this new look isn't just like a day trip to the salon. Apparently he has completely overhauled his lifestyle now that Jennifer's out of the picture. Now this routine comes after years of J.Lo trying to control him, begging him to take better care of himself, and obviously she's feeling a little wounded. One source confirms like even his diet's cleaner, he's cut out the junk, which like once again, those Duncan photos, come on man. It's like a total slap in the face to J.Lo because it's sending the message that she wasn't worth making these changes for. But now that he's single and looking to mingle, he's willing to step it up and stop being such a slob. So J.Lo's watching all this unfold with a mixture of frustration and disbelief. It's bothering her to see him making all these improvements, knowing that it's for somebody other than her. Now her inner circle is telling her he's just a middle-aged fool who didn't deserve her, but she's feeling pretty let down. And like, you know what? For once, I'll say she's right. So people were very convinced that Sterling K. Brown was shading the heck out of J.Lo earlier this year. So the most damning evidence I could find. There's one clip where, yeah, it looks like he's mocking her to her face. Well, the talking in Spanish came off as weirdly aggressive. That appeared to be like an overall theme for the promotional tour. And I'll admit, I wasn't entirely sold on the whole like hating thing until I watched the clip a couple of times. And he was giving some major side eye to the camera that looked to be on purpose. Now, in fairness, it could have just been like end of press tour, tired of being asked the same questions 10,000 times. But I totally get, the thrill of reading the look as J.Lo makes me yearn for the sweet release of, you know what, the word I can't say. The Mariah Carey Jennifer Lopez feud has been playing out since the early 2000s, and it all began with 4 little words Mariah Carey once uttered to a German reporter. The infamous, "I don't know her." Now both stars have been repeatedly asked about the comment, and they simply can't seem to decide whether they like each other or not. When Andy Cohen brought up the beef on his show Watch What Happens Live back in 2014, J.Lo played off the whole thing, being like, I don't have a feud with her at all. I know from back in the day I've read things that she said about me that were not the greatest, but we've never met. Like, we don't know each other. I would love to meet her, I would love to be friends with her. Yeah, okay, girly. Here's the thing, she sang quite the different tune during a 2016 appearance on the Wendy Williams show, saying, she does say that. She's forgetful, I guess. We've met many times. Now that same year, Mariah Carey spoke to Andy Cohen about the feud and stood her ground, reiterating, I don't know her. What am I supposed to say? So following Mariah Carey's disastrous New Year's Eve performance that December, J.Lo found an opportunity to throw some subtle shade. So when an Instagram user posted about the train wreck of a show, writing, ever seen an accident you couldn't take your eyes away from? That was her tonight. J.Lo liked the post. Now, Brandy's coming into play because she picked sides in the feud in 2017 when she took to Instagram to share a photo of herself hugging Mariah Carey with a simple 3-word caption many believed was overflowing with shade. Hashtag she knows me. So as soon as that hit the internet, everybody was over that. They were like, oh my gosh. So that's totally in reference to the famous I don't know her. And obviously everybody was quick to deny the drama. They were like, oh my gosh, what happened? I swear to goodness, I don't know what the fuss is about. I love this photo and now everyone thinks I'm throwing shade at who? This is funny, can't take this one down. I love this picture and whenever I'm throwing shade, it's not questionable. You know what I am. Like, girl, that's the biggest non-apology ever. And she literally continued to say, like, also I've met her several times, like the several seats that should be taken. She does know me. So Mariah Carey also piped in, commenting, saying, I sure do. So when Mariah published her memoir, The Meaning of Mariah Carey, in September of 2020, she kind of revealed the root of her feud. She also threw more shade. So in the book, Mariah Carey slams her ex-husband, Tony Mottola, the then chairman and CEO of Sony Music Entertainment, accusing him of trying to ruin her career and getting J.Lo involved. So apparently a younger-in-life Mariah Carey married a double her age Mottola in 1993, but divorced him in 1998 because he was controlling. So then she claimed that he tried to sabotage the Glitter soundtrack, writing that her decision to sample Yellow Magic Orchestra's Firecracker on the movie's lead single Loverboy did not go unnoticed by Sony executives. She said that after hearing my new song using the same sample I used, Sony rushed to make a single for another female entertainer on their label whom I don't know. Yep, she went there. Rather than naming J.Lo by name, she reverted back to her infamous comment. For the record, J.Lo did sample Firecracker on I'm Real that year, but Mariah Carey's convinced she got the last laugh. After all that nonsense, Loverboy ended up being the best-selling single of 2001 in the United States. So as soon as Jennifer Lopez shared a snap of herself chilling with Drake backstage at her Las Vegas show in December of 2016, the rumor mill went amok. They were like, oh my gosh, are they dating? And the caption she used for the pic might have been tame, just like, look who rolled up to my show tonight to say hi, but the hashtag she added, hashtag love him, definitely wasn't, and neither was the follow-up. Yeah, she didn't help anything when she uploaded an image of the two of them in like a bear hug, like a little snuggly moment. Yeah, no, not a lot of people liked it. Now, while some folks didn't believe the headlines, Drake's on-again, off-again love interest at the time, Rihanna, sure seemed to take the post to heart and was none too impressed. Now, according to an anonymous insider who spoke out publicly, Rihanna felt like she had suffered the ultimate betrayal, and she dubbed J.Lo desperate and a traitor. After all, those two ladies used to be real close, like besties. And apparently, Rihanna confided in J.Lo about her tumultuous relationship with Drake. Now, this thing was never really publicly addressed, but Rihanna did throw major shade in December of 2016 when she suddenly unfollowed J.Lo on Insta. Nicki Minaj and Jennifer Lopez first exchanged jabs during a 2012 American Idol episode when Nicki Minaj performed and J.Lo was a judge. So after Nicki Minaj finished her set, she asked, I was hoping maybe I could come back and be like a guest judge. J.Lo, can you scoot over a bit? Now things got real icy when J.Lo quipped back, I don't know if there's enough room for both of us. Well, apparently Nicki Minaj got a little fired up from that and said backstage she didn't seem to be having it, but she's gonna have it, before trying to smooth things over, saying, oh, we were just joking around. Well, fast forward to 2015, things didn't really get any better when J.Lo opened the American Music Awards with a medley of songs that included an excerpt from Anaconda. There was one person in the audience who appeared to be totally unimpressed, one Nicki Minaj. As the camera cut to her emotionless face undeniably said it all. But when a fan tweeted the clip and proclaimed, damn J.Lo, Nicki Minaj facial expression says it all, she fired back explaining, LOL, says what all? I'm looking at my own face on the screen when I'm looking to the right. I turned back and look at her. And who became a judge on American Idol later on and replaced somebody? And that's all, folks. See you next time.